Hi everyone, it's Ashley Gilligan and welcome back to Me, Myself, and VSG, or welcome if you're new. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and comment down below if you have any questions or comments or maybe some suggestions for me or for other people in regards to the preoperative diet. I am having VSG vertical sleeve gastrectomy very soon in a couple of weeks, and I'm currently on the pre-op diet. So as I'm filming this video today, it's January 6, 2022, and I am on day 6. So I've been doing my pre-op diet since January 1st, and in today's video, I just want to talk about why you have to do the pre-op diet. I've got a little bit of a haul here, all the things that I stocked up on before my pre-op diet started, and just kind of give you guys a rundown on what the pre-op diet actually is. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so what is the pre-op diet and why the heck do you have to do it? So the pre-op diet, and this is all from my understanding. I'm not a medical professional by any means. This is just my own understanding and just research that I've done. If you guys want to learn more about this pre-op diet, or if you're about to get this surgery, please make sure that you don't take my advice. You need to be following the advice of your specific surgeon and bariatric center. But my understanding of the preoperative diet is to shrink your liver so you don't go into surgery with a fatty liver. Based off of my own Google search, your liver sits on top of your stomach like this. And if I remember right, the liver is either larger or just as large as the stomach. So it literally just sits on top of it. And the goal with this pre-op diet is to shrink your liver down to size to allow your surgeon to, proceed to do the procedure on your stomach a lot easier and safer. It's just overall safer for them to be able to get through it. So that's my understanding of the pre-op diet. Now I am having my surgery in Tijuana, Mexico with Elias Ortiz and Company. It is a very reputable weight loss center. So if you guys are interested in learning more, be sure to check out my next video. I'm going to talk about why I'm choosing this specific bariatric center and why in the heck I'm going down to Tijuana, Mexico to have this procedure done. But per their website, I've printed this off for my own reference and figured I'd bring it in here to show you guys as well. But per their website at eliasortiz.co, that's co, not com, it's .co, they've got the pre-op diet all laid out, ready to go. And so the pre-op diet, the time frame for it is based off of your BMI. So depending on your BMI, you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 weeks pre-op diet. My particular BMI is 50. It's right at 50. My pre-op diet is technically 2 weeks, but my coordinator wanted me to do 3 weeks, and I had planned on doing 3 weeks anyway. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Pre-op diet, according to Elias Ortiz and Company, aka EOC. You guys are probably going to hear me say EOC a lot more often because it's shorter, but it's a lot of protein shakes. It's lean protein. It's unlimited non-starchy vegetables, unlimited salad, unlimited water, sugar-free drinks. We can do sugar-free Jello and popsicles 2 a day each. Unlimited broth. So it's a lot of low carb options that are really going to not only aid in a little bit of weight loss before surgery, but ultimately the purpose is to shrink your liver. So in terms of protein shakes, we can have up to 3 per day. And again, unlimited starchy vegetables, unlimited non-starchy vegetables, which includes onion, bell pepper, tomato, asparagus, what else? Squash, zucchini, alfalfa, collard greens, lettuce, mustard greens, cabbage, radishes, spinach, celery, like the list goes on and on. Broccoli, if I didn't already say broccoli. So they give us an entire list of non-starchy vegetables. Lean proteins, according to EOC, they want women to have 6 ounces per day and men to have 8 ounces per day. And then salad dressings, we can only do low fat or 0 calorie dressings. We can have unlimited drinks like Gatorade Zero, okay? Gatorade Zero is so good. I'll talk more about this here in a little bit because that's definitely something that I stocked up on. Unlimited water, obviously, unlimited broth. And so the diet really, if I'm being completely honest, hasn't been that hard. The hardest part about this diet is making the choice not to eat what you're used to eating, because you cannot eat what you want to eat, if you know what I mean. You really have to be conscious about what you're putting into your body. Otherwise, you're going to have a fatty liver. And with EOC, if you get there and you have a fatty liver, and they discover it on your CT scan when you arrive, they will not do the surgery. Okay, so I definitely don't want that to happen, because I have definitely invested a lot of time and money into this. So I am trying to be a good girl. I've messed up a couple times, which I'll probably talk about that a little bit later. But I know it's not going to completely screw up the entire diet. So if you guys want to learn more about this pre-op diet from EOC directly, you can go to eliasortiz.co. I'll probably leave their information in the description box down below. If you guys want to see the pre-op diet completely laid out, you guys are more than welcome to check that out in the description. They do offer a couple of different soup recipes. That's what I was going to say. Unlimited soups, as long as it doesn't have meat and as long as it's like a broth-based soup with lots of veggies. But you want to do homemade. You don't want to do soup from a can, because that's just processed garbage. But the soups that they have on the website are egg roll soup, sacred heart soup, and tomato basil soup, which I made last night. It was pretty good. It took a while to get down though. It definitely tastes like chili without the beans and meat, because it's really just tomato and a couple other things. And if you guys want to see these recipes, you can go to the website as well. It's under the resources tab. But I got kind of fancy with my recipes, and I actually laminated them. And it's kind of funny because this right here proves, and I didn't want to wipe this off, but this right here is some of the soup that I spilled. This proves why I laminated it, because I knew I was going to be using this a lot over the next couple of weeks. So I went ahead and laminated them. But this Sacred Heart soup is just a broth-based soup with lots of veggies. The egg roll soup has like cabbage and carrots and broth and ginger and soy sauce and a couple other ingredients. And then the tomato basil, it was really easy to make. It was just onion, garlic, tomato, a little bit of olive oil, basil, salt, and pepper. So if you guys want to check those out, you can go check these out on the website. The next thing that I want to show you guys is how I'm keeping track. So if you've ever been on a weight loss journey before, and if you've ever done any research regarding weight loss, you know that a lot of just people in general or weight loss experts will encourage you to use a food diary. Well, I don't want to do a food diary because that's boring. And I personally love graphic design. I love designing images and charts and all kinds of different stuff because I'm weird. So I went ahead and I designed my own food diary. Okay, this is what it looks like. And if you guys are interested in having your own little food diary like this, it's going to be exactly like this, minus all the writing. You guys can check out the link down below. Now, I have not quite figured out how I'm going to be sharing this, but I will figure out a way, and I will link it down below for you guys to use as a resource. You're welcome to print off a blank food diary for yourself. So I have actually created it up until 6 weeks. I only am doing a 3-week pre-op diet, but a lot of people have to do 6 weeks, and that's completely okay. So I made sure to include everyone, give you a little bit of a close-up on what I did. So I just have an encouraging quote right here. This one says pre-op week 1, and then I went ahead and left this part blank because obviously everyone's first week of pre-op is going to be different. So I went ahead and just wrote the date here, and then I left these blank right here so you can actually fill it out, customized to your own dates. On the side here, I've got snack, dinner, lunch, and breakfast going down the side here. So the way that I have it mapped out, let me show you a blank page real quick. The way that I have it mapped out, like for me, for Saturday the 8th, this is what I would have for breakfast, and I would write down my lunch, my dinner, and any snacks. And then I left a little bit of space down here. It actually wasn't intentional, but I'm glad that I left some space down there because I was able to write some notes on here as well. See that little sad face? I screwed up on day 2 and ate a couple of tiny little pieces of chocolate like an idiot. So don't be like me, and don't give in to the craving and the habit, but it was really just a habit thing. So I made sure to note that though, because I want to be able to see, okay, you've screwed up one time already. You can't screw up again. And I screwed up on day 2, which was so early into the game. So don't be like me. Don't do that. But I've been tracking all of my food. I haven't tracked it today. I've tried to be really good to, you know what, I didn't track yesterday. Wait, what's today? Thursday? So yeah, I still need to fill in my lunch, dinner, and any snacks. I need to be really good at filling this out like as it happens, but I just keep forgetting. So I normally do it at the end of the day, and with me not eating a whole lot, there's really not a whole lot to track. One thing that I will mention is one of the most important things in this pre-op diet is definitely your protein shakes. My protein shake of choice is Premier Protein. Now I've heard that after a VSG procedure or any weight loss procedure, your taste buds will kind of change. So who knows if I'm going to love this after. Premier Protein is something that I've actually been drinking for a really long time, even prior to considering weight loss surgery. So I've been on weight loss journeys plenty of other times in the past, and Premier Protein has always been my choice. I really like the vanilla, and what I do, I have an empty coffee cup right here, but I will do like my 12 ounces of coffee, and I'll use this as my creamer and pour it over ice, and it's super, super good. So your protein shakes are your most important part. These all have 30 grams of protein, and so you want to be getting 80 to 100 grams of protein every single day per the EOC instructions for your preoperative diet. So 3 of these get you about 90, and then you're going to have your 6 ounces of protein there. So anyway, if you guys want access to this, I have weeks 1 through 6, and it's going to be linked down below. You guys are welcome to print it and use it for yourself. So that's all like the literature stuff I want to show you guys. And now I want to show you all the stuff that I stocked up on prior to starting my pre-op diet. And if there is any tip or just encouragement that I can give you all who are about to start your journey and start your pre-op diet, it is to plan ahead. Okay. You want to have this stuff. You want to have this stuff on hand, because the last thing that you want to do is try to scramble up something to eat or drink and then not have it on hand. And that's where you'll make a lot of bad choices. And I think that with weight loss in general, or just eating healthy in general, that's kind of the whole thing. Is if you have a cabinet full of junk food and you don't have a cabinet full of healthy food, you're going to go toward the junk food because that's all you have. So make sure that you stock up on this stuff several days before your pre-op diet starts so that you're prepared to make those good choices. So the first thing that I, of course, stocked up on was lots of Premier Protein. I actually asked for this for Christmas. So my husband got me a box of Premier Protein shakes. It's in the vanilla flavor. And like I just mentioned, I really like this for my coffee. The caramel is really good for coffee as well. I've tried the bananas and cream, which that sounds really good right now. I wish I had some. But vanilla is just my choice. I don't know. I really like this. It's not too thick. I don't think it's chalky at all. Some people love it, some people hate it. I know that there's better options out there. I've heard a lot of contradictory things about Premier Protein, but at this point I'm in survival mode. I'm trying to get my 30 grams of protein with each shake, and so I'm just going to stick with what I know for now. I know that Fairlife, their chocolate protein shakes are really, really good, and those will actually be arriving tomorrow. I ordered some from Walmart. I actually did a grocery pickup about a week ago, and unfortunately they were out of stock, so they are just shipping it to me. So I'm excited to try those, but for now I'm good with my vanilla shakes. They are super yummy, and again, it's your correct amount of protein. Next, along the lines of drinks, are plenty of Gatorade Zeros. I ordered an entire pack of these. These are Gatorade Zero. They're sugar-free, and to be quite honest with you, I prefer these over regular Gatorade or Powerade. The pack that I got had the red, white, and blue, so this is the Glacier Freeze. This is Glacier Cherry, and then this is just berry flavor. I really like the berry, but they're all super, super good. So I like those a lot. And then along the lines of drinks again, next is Crystal Light, but in my case, I shop at Aldi. So these are the Fit and Active brand, and this one is the Raspberry Lemonade, and this one is the Fruit Punch. They come in these little packets that you just pour into a water bottle. This is perfect for on the go. I'm really looking forward to just tossing a bunch of these in my purse when I go for surgery, because the last 3 days are the liquid diet phase, and then a week post-op, you're going to be on a liquid diet. So this is just great to throw throw in your purse, put it into a water bottle. If you have a big water cup, you can pour 1 or 2 of these into that water cup, and that's going to help you stay hydrated. These things taste really dang good. I like Crystal Light in general, but the Fit and Active brand are just as good. So pick yourself up some Crystal Light, or if you shop at Aldi, get some Fit and Active. Okay, next is cooking spray. This is the one that I got from Amazon. It's from a brand called La Tourangelle Artisan Made Delicate Avocado Oil Spray. This is not a aerosol, so it says non-aerosol. What I really like about this is when you do different pressures. So if you press down just a little bit, it kind of does a dribble, but when you push down all the way, it sprays out in a big fan. I've been using this nonstop for cooking chicken. I've cooked shrimp, I've cooked eggs, and I've cooked veggies with this. So this is definitely a must-have. It doesn't have to be this brand, but some type of cooking spray is definitely a must. Okay, next for a dressing. This is a brand that I discovered called Walden Farms. I learned about this in the EOC Bariatric Support Group. I got the Caesar dressing. I got this in a 2-pack. It was kind of on the pricey side. I want to say it was like 2 for $12 or $14. The taste is really good. This is 0 calories, 0 sugar. It only has 2 carbs per serving, 0 fat, cholesterol, all the things. It doesn't really have a whole lot in it, but somehow it tastes pretty darn similar to actual Caesar dressing. So this is really good with obviously salads, but it's also good to dip cucumber or carrots in. So get some Walden Farms. I ordered mine from Amazon, but I'm imagining you can probably buy this in stores, and they've got all kinds of different flavors. Okay, next is ramen noodles. No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't eat the noodles, but I bought all kinds. I bought like 3 of these giant 12-pack boxes of ramen noodles, specifically for the seasoned packets. When you're making broth, sometimes it's a little bit boring, and so I've heard, I haven't done it yet, but a lot of people are taking the ramen noodle seasoning packages and they are putting it in their broth for extra flavor. So I bought a bunch of ramen noodles specifically for the packages inside. Luckily, this stuff is a dime a dozen, so pick up some ramen noodles and you can use the seasoned packages for flavor on your broth. But don't eat the noodles because they're horrible for you in the first place, and they're against the pre-op diet. Along the lines for more seasoning, I picked up a couple things of tahine. This is tahine Classico seasoning with lime. This is just a seasoning. It's made in Mexico. A lot of people, it's kind of like, it's kind of tangy. It's kind of sour actually. A lot of people will eat this on fruit, watermelon in particular, but I have found that I really, really like this on my chicken and my vegetables, especially broccoli. This is made with chili pepper, sea salt, citric acid, lime juice, and a couple other ingredients. But I picked this up at Aldi. It's kind of expensive for this thing. It's like $2 something for this, and I picked up 2 of them. I know it's going to last me a long time, but it just kind of kicks up a notch. Look at it, matches my nails. It kicks up your food a notch. Okay, and last but not least, in terms of broth. Okay, listen, y'all. Bouillon cubes to me taste identical. Every single brand of bouillon cube, except for Better Than Bouillon, tastes the same to me. So I just went ahead and went the cheap route, and I got my broth from Aldi. So I got the beef and I got the chicken, and I got a few of each. Let me see if I can open this package real quick. I got, nope, that's not going to work. So I'm just going to use my teeth. I bought 2 packages of each. Plus I have some in the kitchen, and they're just these little bouillon cubes. If you've never seen them before, this is what they look like. There's a bunch of them in here. They're not candies, even though they look like cute little candies. I remember when my kids were young, anytime I would cook with bouillon cubes, they would think it was like a treat and think that I was getting into something, when in reality I was not. I don't think they taste all that bad. The first day that I started my pre-op diet on January 1st, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, I think I did, but I was supposed to start filming videos and posting on the 1st because that was the first day of my pre-op diet, but I didn't because I was starting to come down with a sinus infection. This broth saved my life that first day because my throat was kind of scratchy. It kind of still is, but I feel a lot better. So having that bouillon was super good. So what I did was I took 2 cups of hot water, and did I do 2 cubes or just 1? I think it's 1 cube per... Yeah, 1 cube. Oh, okay. 1 cube per 8 ounce. And there's 16 ounces in a cup, right? Or is it 8 ounces with liquid? I think it's 8 ounces of liquid. So I did 2 cups and 2 cubes, and it was perfect. And a lot of people I hear, like when they're traveling to the airport to get to fly into San Diego to have the surgery done in Mexico, they will take a bunch of these and they will just ask for hot water at the coffee shops or restaurants in the airport. I love this cup. This is my cup that I have had for many years. I better take a drink while I have it there. I love that cup, but it's just not practical for traveling. So I do plan to get some type of like canteen stainless steel so that I can use these while I'm in the airport. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I purchased. Obviously lots of lots of veggies. Don't do fruit. I did purchase lots of fruit, but it's not for me, it's for my family, but lots of veggies. So I did zucchini, squash. I've been on this carrot kick lately, like you wouldn't imagine. Carrots in the air fryer are extremely good with some of this avocado spray and salt and pepper. It's so yummy. I've been doing a lot of steamed broccoli. I've done asparagus. I've done squash, zucchini, carrots, broccoli. I've got some celery, but I haven't done much with it. I've been adding cucumber into my salad. So I just really stocked up on a lot of veggies. I stocked up on lots of chicken breast. I got some tilapia, which I'm not really a huge fan of purchasing tilapia. If you've ever seen that documentary on Netflix about fish and fishing and fishermen and all, it's just horrible. So I really hate that I bought tilapia, but it was also 30% off. So I bought a few packages of it. I got some ground turkey, and I also got some shrimp. I made a shrimp soup that was pretty decent a few days ago. So I just stocked up on the necessities, and if you are about to start your preoperative diet, I highly encourage you to do the same because it makes it so much easier just to have all of those things accessible in your fridge and your pantry. Okay, so hopefully you learned something from this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you guys have any specific recipes for me or anybody else who is either on their pre-op diet or starting their pre-op diet. I'd love to see what you guys are eating and what fun recipes you're creating with these limited ingredients. The last thing that I wanted to mention is my pre-op diet in terms of the liquid diet. So with EOC, you are required to do a 3-day liquid diet prior to your surgery. So my liquid diet, and here's what I did too, and here's a little tip for you if you guys want to use my little fancy chart here, is I blocked off the days that my pre-op diet, so this says liquids. I went ahead and blocked it off, start liquids. That way I'm like, okay, my liquid diet starts today. So this is the day that I fly out. Your liquid diet also includes your surgery day. So my surgery day is January 22nd. So I'm starting on the 19th, the 20th, the 22nd is when I fly in, or no, sorry, the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st is where I fly in, and then the 22nd, I'm going to be on a liquid diet, obviously, because I'm having surgery that day. So it's a 3-day liquid diet. I know of a lot of people who have had the same surgery in the past that did like a 1 or 2 week liquid diet. I don't personally know why that is, but me personally, with the bariatric center and surgeon that I'm using, he requires 3 days pre-op, so I am super grateful for 3 days. I don't know how anybody could do a week or 2 weeks at that. So yeah, I am not looking forward to the liquid diet phase at all. I will say that since I've been doing this pre-op diet, I'm not really that hungry or interested in eating. I don't feel bad. I know that a lot of people who have like sugar addictions, I definitely am a sugar addict, but prior to this pre-op diet, I wouldn't, well, that's probably a lie since it was Christmas and I probably was eating way too many sweets. I just don't feel like I'm going through a stage of like, oh my God, I need sugar. You know what I mean? I feel fine. I feel normal. I feel, actually, I feel more energetic than I did prior to the pre-op diet. And I know it is because I am fueling my body with necessary nutrients. And on the topic of nutrients, before I let you guys go, vitamins. Vitamins are vital if you're a bariatric patient, before, after, and forevermore. Fortunately, I have been on a huge vitamin kick for the past probably 1.5 years. So taking vitamins is nothing but a thing to me. It is part of my daily routine anyway when I take my medications in the morning. So I just take my vitamins as well. And yeah, I'm not not really worried about that. One thing that I do want to purchase is something called a berry melt. It's a bariatric patient vitamin. It's like a melt that melts in your mouth sublingually, like under your tongue, I think. Or maybe you can just like let it melt. I'm not really sure. But I do want to get some bariatric vitamins, and that's probably the one that I'm going to choose. It's already in my Amazon shopping cart, and yeah, vitamins are a must. So anyway, you guys, like I said before, if you're not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe, and I will talk to y'all in my next video where I get down to the nitty-gritty details of why I'm choosing to have weight loss surgery in Tijuana, Mexico. I'll see y'all later. Bye.